Hi there football fans and welcome to Transfermarkt TV International Friday edition. We're coming to you with a quick recap of the week and lots has been happening, so let's jump straight in with Manchester United. And Donny van de Beek has completed his much anticipated move from Ajax. The 23-year-old Dutch international signs on a 5-year deal for an initial fee of €39 million, rising to 44. He joins a long list of Dutch talent who have played in the Premier League and joins a team which has a very competitive midfield department. During his time at Ajax, which is his boyhood club, he played 175 games, scoring 41 and assisting 34. And as you can see here, Ajax have a tradition of selling players for big money that they've either brought through their own youth system or that they've signed for a much smaller fee. De Beek joins De Ligt and De Jong, who's joined Juventus and Barcelona just last year, and also Ziyech, who just recently moved to Chelsea in a €40 million deal. A total of 21 million spent, 218 profit. That's some big money. In an attempt to improve after an underwhelming season, Arsenal have reinforced their defensive ranks with the signing of 22-year-old Brazil centre-back Gabriel on a 5-year contract from Lille in a €26 million deal with a potential €4 million of add-ons. In the last 18 months, Gabriel has seen his market value increase from 600,000 to a high of 22 million earlier this year. Lille have become quite the selling club recently, following on from the sale of Omisen to Napoli earlier for €70 million. Seen as a replacement for the recent departure Ben Chilwell, Leicester City have snapped up Timothy Castagne from Atalanta in a €21 million deal that could increase by 2 million depending on appearances. The 24-year-old Belgium international fullback joins the Foxes on a 5-year deal after 3 years in Italy. During his time at Atalanta, Castagne played 96 games, during which he scored 8 and assisted 10. Another fullback on his way to the Premier League is Matty Cash, who has signed for Aston Villa on a 5-year contract. The 23-year-old right-back joins from Nottingham Forest, which is where he started his career at the City Ground, where he played a total of 141 games, knocking in 13 goals and providing 15 assists. He was voted Player of the Year last season and could become the biggest export by Forest in a deal worth up to €18 million, for a player whose latest transfer market was a mere 4.8. Bit of a Brighton Hove Albion theme here, and we're sticking in the Premier League for a few updates. Ben White has signed a 4-year deal despite strong interest from Leeds, where White spent last season on loan. The 22-year-old centre-back is expected to play a big role at the Amex Stadium this season, where he's been a player since the age of 16, after proving to be up to the task. Someone on his way out, though, is veteran striker Glenn Murray, who has moved to recently relegated Watford on loan for the season, becoming the 11th club of his career. The 37-year-old scored 2 in 24 last season in the Premier League, but has a much better record in the Championship, where he scored 67 in 143 games. This will bode well for Watford. And last in our 3 from Brighton, 28-year-old Ireland international Shane Duffy has joined his boyhood club Celtic on a season-long loan for a fee of €2.2 million. The centre-back said, "It is a huge honour for me to join Celtic. It's such a huge institution and a brilliant football club that I always loved and admired." That completes our Premier League segment, but now we have some international news and things are happening over in Spain. Ivan Rakitic has left Barcelona and moved back to Sevilla. It's a long anticipated move and he's going to be joining on a €1.5 million deal that could increase to €10.5 million with add-ons. The 32-year-old Swiss-born 100-cap Croatian international played a total of 310 games for Barcelona, scoring 35 and assisting 42, which he actually managed to do in just under half the number of games during his last spell at Sevilla. More of that to come, perhaps. Germany international Kevin Folland has left Bayer to join Monaco in a 4-year deal worth €15.5 million. The 28-year-old striker moves after 4 years in Leverkusen, where he scored 50 and assisted 32 in 148 games, after joining them from Hoffenheim in a €20 million deal. He joins Monaco at an exciting time during the start of Niko Kovac's reign. Another German international player leaving the Bundesliga, with more expected soon. Havertz to Chelsea. The 26-year-old Germany international Philipp Max joins PSV from Augsburg on a 4-year contract in an €8 million deal, potentially rising to 10. Max was quoted as saying, "I want to compete for titles. That is the reason why I chose PSV." During his time at Augsburg, Max played 156 games, scoring 15 and assisting 29 from the left-hand side. So the most exciting news there is Van de Beek moving to the Premier League and joining the likes of Pogba, Bruno Fernandes in central midfield. It's going to be quite the attacking force they have there with goals galore. However, that concludes our transfers and we're going to move on to the rumours, and the circus around Lionel Messi continues. Nobody seems to really know what's going on. Is he going to be staying at Barcelona? That seems to be hinted by his father, who met with the Chiefs at Camp Nou last night. This move comes as the 700 million release clause was enforced by LaLiga, but next summer Messi will be allowed to leave on a free transfer, as was hoped for this summer. So will he stay around until 2021? That remains to be seen. Man City still remain to be the favourites. However, the prospect of Juventus signing Messi to line up alongside Cristiano Ronaldo will capture the imagination of every football fan. More on this soon. The revolving door at Barcelona is at full speed, with Arturo Vidal, Luis Suarez and many other fringe players available to leave. These exits will pave the way for 26-year-old Dutch winger Memphis Depay to join, who has resurrected his career at Lyon after a difficult spell at Manchester United. At Lyon, Depay has played 139, scoring 57 and assisting 43. In comparison, during his time at Old Trafford, he played 53, scored 7 and assisted 6. Is he now ready for the step up? Was Manchester United too impatient for him? Only time will tell. And now, quite possibly the biggest waste of football talent, 31-year-old Welsh international Gareth Bale is at an impasse with Real Madrid. He still has 2 years on his mammoth £600,000 per week contract, but Zidane has confirmed that Bale will never play for Real Madrid again. This is quite the fall from grace for a player who joined Real from Spurs in a then club record €101 million back in 2013. Statistically, Bale can only be considered a success. In 251 games, he scored 105 and assisted 68. Will he return to the Premier League? Can anyone afford his wages, even if a transfer fee is waived? Does Bale really care about football anymore, or is he just interested in collecting his paycheck and playing golf? Again, that remains to be seen. Guys, what do you think about Gareth Bale? Should he stay at Real Madrid and collect his paychecks, or should he just suck it up, move on and play some football? He's such a good player. If only he was on the pitch. A player who could potentially have a career at Real Madrid, though, is Leipzig winger Dani Olmo. He's been lined up for a €40 million deal. This would be quite a significant profit for Leipzig, having only signed him for €21 million earlier this year, in January even. His market value at the moment is €31.5 million, and in 15 games, he scored 5 and assisted 1. Another player potentially swapping the Bundesliga for life in La Liga is fellow Spain international and World Cup winner Javi Martinez. The 32-year-old is close to returning to his former club Athletic Bilbao, from whom he joined Bayern for €40 million in 2012. He's made a total of 238 games with 22 goal contributions during his time at Bayern. And the only thing standing in the way of this deal is an agreement between the two clubs. However, CEO Karl-Heinz Rummenigge has indicated that they will do what they can to facilitate a move. Over to the Premier League, and Liverpool's Dutch central midfielder Georginio Wijnaldum is a target for newly appointed Barcelona manager Ronald Koeman. The 29-year-old has indicated that he would like a new challenge and wants to join Barcelona as part of this new project. This would be the latest in a series of players who have swapped Anfield for Camp Nou, but the unique surcharge clause of €100 million for players taking this route has recently expired. Wijnaldum's current market value is €40 million, but Barcelona are trying to get the fee down towards €20 million. However, Liverpool have proven time and again that they are astute transfer market players in recent years and are in no rush to sell key players on the cheap. Over to the blue side of Merseyside, and Everton have 2 quality midfielders on the cusp of signing. We reported last week that James Rodriguez could be moving from Real Madrid, and that remains to be on the cards. The addition of Everton's costly squad could be Watford's French midfielder Abdoulaye Doucoureux in a €28 million deal. During his time at Watford, the 27-year-old won a number of admirers. He was a regular high performer at the top level. He played 141 games for Watford, in which he scored 17 and assisted 12. With these two additions, it would mark quite the improvement to the squad and see Everton push for European competition places next season. That concludes the rumours, guys. Tell us what you think. Where is Messi going? Football City Group? Juventus? Where do you want to see him? I personally, Tranmere Rovers, but that's never going to happen. So, fingers crossed, it all gets resolved pretty soon so we can get to enjoying the football on our screens. So, until then, I'm going to leave you for the weekend, and you'll be hearing more from us on Tuesday, where Casper and or myself will be presenting our regular show. So, until then, have a great weekend, and I look forward to speaking to you soon. Take care, subscribe, comment below. We'll look forward to hearing from you.